Hi everybody, this is Dee. Okay, I'm going to show you how to make this house plant. Thriss and Stitches wanted me to show you guys how to do it because she wants to make one because she has problems with her dogs eating her plants. So if she had fake ones, maybe she wouldn't have that problem. What I'm using, like you can use any weight of yarn. What I'm using is the Premier Basic Chunky 5 bulky. There's 117 yards. This particular color is sage. The other color that I used to make the plant was just called green. Okay, so it is the Premier Anti-Pilling, like new, wash after wash, everyday bulky, 87 yards, 100% anti-pilling acrylic. Okay, so this is a chunkier yarn. And so I'm using an 8 hook. And the only other thing you're going to need for this part of it is scissors. But let me show you. If you get a pot at the dollar store, okay, and they have all different kinds of, foam, floral foam, which fit real good right down inside there. And what I do is I glue on the inside edge of the pot, I glue my vines of plant. And then you can take either the dollar store's bag of kitty litter or along with, however you want to do it, some rocks at the Dollar Tree as well that you put on top to make it look nice. But you also can tie all the vines in a knot and glue them to the top of that styrofoam. Spread out your vines to hang over your pot and then put the kitty litter and rocks in. That's a good way to spread it out. The one I made in particular, I kind of hung all the vines off of one side because I'm going to be putting it on top of a cabinet. Okay, so this is how we go. Let's get started. All right, so you make your slip knot, and you chain 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that's going to be your starting of your vine. This is what will probably get attached to the pot. Okay, and after that, keep your fingers right where your 10 was and chain 4 more. 1, 2, 3. Of course, it's going to give me problems, right? And it didn't do this a whole other time I did it, but it's going to do it now. Thank you. Okay, 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we're going to double crochet, so yarn over. We're going to double crochet down into that 4th chain that we made. Okay, so double crochet. And you're going to do 3 double crochets in that same stitch. Okay, so this is our first part. Then we're going to chain 3 and make a picot. Basically, you just chain 3, go through your bottom loop, and do a slip knot. Yarn over and do 2 more double crochets in the same stitch you've been working in. Okay, this is what it will look like. Okay, now we're going to make kind of like the little stem part. So you chain 3, 1, 2, 3, go back into that same stitch again, do a slip knot. Okay, and then we're also going to slip knot to our, right at the bottom of our leaf there, to the original chain. Okay, now we've made our first leaf. Now I'm going to chain 10 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thumb there. Chain 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. and we're going to put a double crochet into that fourth stitch. 3 in total into that same stitch. 2, 3. Then we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3 for our picot stitch, and we're just going to do a slip stitch and 2 more double crochets into that same stitch. 1, 2, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and slip stitch into that same stitch. Then we're going to slip stitch into the first stitch and continue on. Chain 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, as you can see, our little leaves are on the vine. Now, I'm going to show you how to end it, and then turn around, and we're going to come back down the other side and put more leaves on the other side of our vine. Okay, so we've done 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Double crochet into that fourth stitch 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Chain 3 for our picot stitch. 1, 2, 3. Go down into your first one, grab the loop, pull it through for your slip knot, and double crochet 2 more times into that same stitch. Okay, now we have to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to do a slip stitch into that stitch we've been working in, and then a slip stitch into the very first stitch where we put our leaf. Okay, so now we're going to go down the other side, and in order to do that, it's very simple. You just slip stitch all the way down. Now what I like to do is I've done 10 stitches in between the leaves, so I like to go down about halfway, which is 5. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4. We're slip stitching. 5. Okay, now we want a leaf on the other side of our vine. 1, 2, 3, 4, just like before, but you're branching off. Do a double crochet into that stitch 3 times. There's 2. Here's 3. Chain 3 for our picot. 2, 3. Go into our first stitch, pull it through, slip stitch it. Then we're going to yarn over, do 2 more double crochets. 1, 2, and our chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Slip stitch into that same stitch, and slip stitch into the bottom to hold our leaf in place, and continue down. Slip stitching. I'll show you what it looks like in just a second. Now you can put leaves anywhere you want to along the way. You can put them right next to each other if you want. You can space them out like I like to do. I'm going to go past it, past this leaf, 5 stitches. How many have I done? 1, 2, 3, 4, one more. 5, and then chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yarn over and double crochet into that first stitch, and we're double crocheting into that stitch 3 times. 1, oops, 2, 3. Now we're going to chain 3 for our picot and slip stitch into the bottom, finish out our picot, yarn over, and 2 more double crochets into our original stitch. Now comes our chain 3, 1, 2, 3, slip stitch into that same stitch, and slip stitch into the bottom of the leaf, and continue with our slip stitches down the rest of our row. I'm going to do this real quick and then lay it out so you can see. And like I said, you can do this with thread if you want to make a small plant. I'm making a large plant, so I'm using the bulky yarn. Make sure you slip stitch into that bottom stitch to hold the leaf in place, and just continue down. But you can use thin yarn, you can use thick yarn, you can use blanket yarn, you can, if you want big leaves, you can use regular 4-weight, you can use any weight of yarn you want depending on how big you want this vine plant. There's other plants I'll be showing you how to make, but this particular vine plant, you can also add little flowers, crochet some little flowers, and add those to it, attach those onto your vine. Okay, we're at the end here. I'm going to do my last little single or slip stitch, and I'm going to slip through. I like to leave a long tail. You don't have to, but it kind of makes it easy for you to tie all your vines together. Okay, so let's look at our vine. Here's one leaf. Here's another leaf. Here's another leaf. Another one, and our end one. And then what you would do with that, is it in focus good? And what you would do with that, dog alert, we have dogs, cats, everything here. You would make real long ones, shorter ones, of different colors. I did them in 2 different colors of green. I did them in regular green and sage. And you put all those together. You could do them in a variegated yarn. You could do them any color you want. But if you're, going for kind of a real plant look, you could do it in a variegated green. Would look great. And like I said, if you want to attach flowers, you could crochet some little flowers and just attach them here and there throughout your plant. And then you take these right here, you make a bunch of your vines, and I just tie them all together, and then I glue them. Here, I'm going to move Ethel over so you can see. And I glue them right inside there and weight it down so it doesn't topple over with the cat litter or, a rock, a bag of rocks. I use the ones from the dollar store. And there you go. There's your vine. It's super simple to make. I hope you enjoyed this little quick tutorial. And Thriss, I hope this helped. And like I said, I'll be showing you how to do other plants in the future. But for right now, this is our viney plant. And I hope you had fun. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Bye for now.